Good morning. Today I'm outside, which is a miracle. I'm actually camping. I was gonna sit so you can have the tents in the background, but the lighting was really bad, so I promise you there are tents over there. I'll show you right now. There are tents. So I'm at the annual church young women camp. This is my 6th camp, but there is a main difference this year. Usually I am a young woman here, but this year I am a leader, a freaking leader. It's not often that a girl leaves youth and then gets called back as a leader less than a year later, but I love it. And you'll be surprised to hear that I actually love young women camp. I love the activities and the skits we have to come up with in a couple of hours. I love the camp songs and the egg sandwiches and so much more. I've got so many good memories from camp over the years. In my first year, when I was 12, I remember we caught earwigs in my friend's tent and we put them in a jar and then sprayed them with deodorant. It was not my idea. It was also that year that I realised if I eat a lot of dairy, I get sick. On the last morning of camp, all the breakfast leftovers were laid out all together. Everything, like cereal, white bread, fruit salad and cream, and delicious things, obviously. But for me, the only delicious things on the table were the white bread and the cream. And I couldn't have cream by itself, and I did want something on my bread. So for me, my 12-year-old self, it made sense to put the two together. I can't even remember if I liked it very much, but it was food. I think I ended up eating over 5 slices of this creation. I felt sick, like proper sick, and I was too sick to pack up my tent. By the time we were ready to go home, I was feeling mildly better, so I decided it was okay to get a McFlurry at McDonald's on the way home. And by the time we got home, I was feeling horrifically sick. Eventually I went to an allergist, and they told me I had to be off dairy for 6 weeks. 6 weeks! Do you have any idea how hard it is for a 12-year-old to have no dairy for 6 weeks? And over the summer holidays, it was torture. I've been mostly okay with dairy ever since, but I do drink goat's milk instead of cow's milk now, which is fine. It's good, I like it. When I was reading the camp kit list one day, I noticed that it said, bring plates, cutlery, bowls, spoons, named, as in you had to name them. So that year, my things were named after things in space. For example, my big yellow plate was called the sun. The next year, I brought all the Horcruxes from Harry Potter, and this year I brought with me a bunch of musicians, which I will now share with you. This is Calvin Harris, the bowl. This is Connor Scott, the torch. This is Justin Bieber, the fork. Shannon Saunders, the knife. Miranda, the spoon, from Miranda Sings, because she is a singer. I think this one's my favourite one. Tom Odell, the plate. I think Tom Odell would love to be a pink plate, let's be honest. Finally, I have example, the water bottle. And when example fails, we always have Plan B. I'm pretty sure I came up with it originally, this idea of naming things, but I don't do it by myself anymore, and I think it's become a thing. And I think eventually the leaders will have to ban this. Sorry, leaders! I've been thinking about it, and I think I've realised what my most embarrassing moment is. So last year, like this year, we weren't alone on the campsite. We were with scouts, boys. We were told to let the boys be, and that they would let us be. However, these boys were quite rebellious. There were a few odd incidents, and basically, we didn't trust those boys. So when I was cleaning the toilets with my group, I found it surprising when a boy walked in, but I assumed that they had done it on a dare or something. So I said to them, trying to be polite, sorry, this is the girls' toilets. But then the worst possible thing happened. I'm a girl. And she walked into her cubicle and did her business. Seriously though, she looked like a boy. The scout leaders told us afterwards that she did like to dress as a boy, which made me feel less bad, but it was so embarrassing. It was literally the running joke of the camp, and it is still brought up to this day. Someone even specifically told me that there are other girls on this campsite. So that is some of my most memorable experiences of camp. Let me know in the comments below if you like camping and what your favourite camping memories are, and your most embarrassing experience, so I don't have to feel alone. Give this video a like, and go have fun sleeping on your mattress and your duvet tonight. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. I hope she never sees this. My tent is that one.